I unlocked Masked Kane in every WWE game ever, and in this video I'll be showing how the unlock conditions have changed from each game. So we'll be seeing the easy ways and the more creative ways that Masked Kane was made unlockable in each game. If you want to see more in this mini series of sorts, let me know in the comments below, and also let me know which unlockable should be featured next. Should it be another superstar or something else? Let me know. And also, before I get into the video, make sure to like it if you do end up enjoying it, and also don't forget to subscribe with all notifications turned on. Now let's jump to the first game in the video. The first appearance of Unmasked Kane was in SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, just 5 months after he had unmasked on TV. Kane was originally going to be included in the game with his usual masked appearance, but that last minute change caused Unmasked Kane to be the main attire. Fortunately, however, the originally planned Masked Kane attire was left in the game as an unlockable. To unlock the Masked Kane variant, you would have to save up $6,500 with the in-game currency, which you would then need to spend on the Kane attire in the shop zone within season mode. To gain in-game currency, you would just have to play through the season mode and win matches, which would get you a bigger payday. It would likely only take you around 30 minutes or so to save up enough money to unlock the Masked Kane attire. SmackDown vs Raw would change things up the next year by having a fully dedicated roster spot to Masked Kane, as one of the legend characters within the roster. The attire moves away from the 2003 look and goes for the more classic 1998 look of Kane. As this is a character rather than an alternative attire, you would have to pay up the bigger bucks to unlock this version of Kane. To unlock the character, you would have had to pay $18,000 of the in-game currency, which again, you would be able to get over the course of playing through the season mode and winning matches. But also, new to SmackDown vs Raw however, was the challenge mode, which would also get you in-game currency for completing certain challenges, like winning without using a finisher or just simply winning a elimination chamber match. It would have taken a bit longer to unlock this Masked Kane than Here Comes the Pains, but not much more. SmackDown vs Raw 2006 went back to having the masked version of Kane as an alternative attire, but it was also for the first time ever an attire that was unlocked right away as that alternative. So we're going to need to skip right over to SmackDown vs Raw 2007, where it would once again be an unlockable alternative attire. You simply just had to get $4,000 from playing season and doing challenges, and then you'd need to go to your locker room where you could find the in-game shop to purchase the attire, and then you'd have it. Simple as that. SmackDown vs Raw 2009 is one of the more unique ways of unlocking Masked Kane in a WWE game ever, because not only was it unlocked through DLC, it was completely exclusive to the PS3 version of the game. So if you didn't have SmackDown vs Raw 2009 on the PS3, then you would not be playing as Masked Kane in this game. And what makes it worse for those who didn't have the PS3 version is that this Kane was the 2001 version of Kane, which was never really used as the classic Kane attire until this game. It was usually that 1998 version that was used in WWE games for classic Masked Kane. But yeah, this was a simple unlock, just get the DLC and it was yours. If you had the PS3 version, of course. SmackDown vs Raw 2011 is by far the most fun way to unlock the masked version of Kane in a WWE game. To unlock Masked Kane, you will have to play through the vs Undertaker story in Road to WrestleMania and complete a side mission that takes place over a few weeks. In week 7, you will receive a call from Kane to meet him in your locker room. Upon doing that, you'll hear this from Kane.
Every year, there are more souls. I can't keep them all back anymore. We need the urn. It's the only way to contain them. You have to find the urn. Use it to contain lost souls.
So you'll need to find that urn in the GM's office, but you can't get it while Stephanie's looking, so you have to make up an excuse to get her to leave.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't mess around with my personal items. Don't you have a match?
Didn't you hear? They lost feed in the production truck. We got dead air.
They what? Oh no,
Once she has left, you can take the urn from the shelf and you can start collecting souls which you'll have to do for a few weeks until you get to week 11. Once you get the final soul, Masked Kane will appear and say this:
I am one of the souls harvested by Undertaker, and you are his next. You will never defeat him.
You will then have a match with Masked Kane, and winning this match, along with getting all those souls, will unlock Masked Kane. WWE All-Stars also has a unique unlock condition for getting the masked version of Kane in the game. Well, first you have to actually unlock Kane himself to even get this started, as even normal Kane isn't unlockable in WWE All-Stars. So to get the standard version of Kane, you would have to go into the Fantasy Warfare mode and play the match between Kane and Jimmy Snuka. The match would be a cage match, and it's a pretty simple match to win. All you have to do is just win the match, and that's it, and you will unlock the normal version of Kane. But this is the unmasked version of Kane, and we need that masked version. So how do we get him? Well, we're going to go and need to take that Kane that we just unlocked through the Path of Champions mode, and this is where it takes up most of the time to get that Masked Kane unlocked. You have to go through 10 different matches, with the 10th and final match being against the boss of that path. You can go through the DX path, Undertaker path, or Randy Orton path. It would make so much sense to pick the Undertaker path given the history between Kane and Undertaker, so with that in mind, I picked the Randy Orton path for this video. The Path of Champions ends with Kane as a WWE Champion and Masked Kane being unlocked as an alternative attire.
He's done it! We have a new WWE Champion! Randy Orton looks stunned! We are bearing witness to the greatest superstar in WWE today! He's also the man with the biggest target on his back. Perhaps so, but tonight, it's time to celebrate!
WWE 12's Masked Kane goes back to the days of SmackDown vs Raw 2009 being free DLC, but don't worry, this time it wasn't just exclusive to the PS3. You would also be able to get it if you had the Xbox 360 version. Sorry Wii owners, however, no free Kane DLC for you. Unfortunately, my PS3 copy of WWE 12 didn't arrive in time for the video. I did have the DLC on PS3, but when I moved all my recordings to 360, I didn't have that DLC, or many of the other WWE games DLC in fact. But I did unlock it. See here, just to answer any accusations about being Masked Kaneless in WWE 12. With WWE 13 onwards, things get a little different due to Kane going back to his masked persona in 2012. So technically from this game onwards, you would be getting a Masked Kane in every WWE game already unlocked from the start. But to keep with the theme of this video being about classic Masked Kane, I'll keep going until the last appearance of the classic version. In WWE 13, to get this classic Kane, you would not only need to complete the Hell in a Cell match between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, but you'd have to do all the objectives listed to have the 1997 era Kane unlocked. WWE 2K14 is once again about completing a match within the showcase mode, this time it being Kane vs Undertaker at WrestleMania 14. Doing all the objectives will unlock the classic Masked Kane. WWE 2K15 does feature a classic Masked Kane thanks to Shawn Michaels and Triple H's showcase, which features the casket match between Triple H and Kane in 2002. You won't be unlocking that 1998 version though, you'll be getting that 2002 version of Kane, which would be the first time since Here Comes the Pain that this version of Kane was unlockable in a WWE game. WWE 2K16 once again features a showcase that's got a classic Masked Kane. This time it's Stone Cold Showcase, which featured a decent amount of classic Kane, enough to get 3 different attires out of it. For the first time ever in a WWE game, the 1998 version of Kane and 2001 version of Kane were both unlockable in a WWE game. Simply completing the objectives for the Kane Stone Cold match from 1998 and the Royal Rumble 2001 match will give you both classic Masked Kane attires. WWE 2K17, 18 and 19 all feature the exact same way of unlocking the classic Masked Kane. Have enough VC and use it in the VC Unlockables shop in each game. That's all that needs to be done. That is if you didn't already have the All Unlockables DLC already, which I imagine many had, like I did. With WWE 2K20 and onwards, there's been no classic Masked Kane attires in the games, unfortunately. Knowing my luck, however, after going through hours of unlocking Masked Kanes in every WWE game ever, we'll probably get a Kane 98 Persona card in WWE 2K24. If that is the case, however, then expect a updated video to make sure it's fully complete. So I thought that I had done every game, but then I remembered that WWE 2K17 had a different way of unlocking stuff on last gen compared to the next gen versions. In 2K17 on last gen, you couldn't just buy everything from the in-game store. You had to do it the more old school way of actually completing certain unlock conditions. Now you could have just got the unlock all DLC, but I'm doing things the proper way in this video. So I found that to unlock Kane 98 in WWE 2K17 last gen, you have to perform the OMG ring break moment 5 times in the game. Nothing too bad really, especially when you've got such things like winning 108 times to unlock Stone Cold. That'll be a tough one. And just when I thought I was finished, I was reminded of WWE 2K Battlegrounds, unfortunately. Remember when I said it's rare to get a 2002 Kane as the classic Kane attire? Well, Battlegrounds somehow managed to get that attire. Unlocking it, however, is pretty simple. Just play matches, earn coin, buy alternative Kane 02 attire, and never play Battlegrounds again.